We have a very special guest in studio today. She is the owner of Lewis and Oak Homes, the great and powerful Gina Lewis. Welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Thanks
for coming on.
You have a cool little area in here. I literally dressed flamboyant for the room because I saw the room last week and I was like, I gotta match it.
Yeah,
gotta match the
vibe.
vibe.
Purple behind.
Yeah, you guys are in dark, dreary fall colors, which would probably be best suiting for a designer. But I just went crazy.
No, I like
a little bit. Yeah, this is my favorite top. So
there you go. Well, I'm glad we got the favorite top.
Yeah, we get that.
Yeah.
It's
good. Forgot about it. It was like in the back of the closet, but
perfect time to bring it out.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So you design homes, or you're an interior designer by trade. Like, how did you get into this?
I do. I am. Yes, sir. Okay. So my business actually started organically during COVID. It started as we used to flip houses. We still do. The only thing we were doing at the time was flipping houses. And this particular property, I got this harebrained idea during COVID to turn into an Airbnb. So whatever year that was, I was like, man, this is either going to sink or swim really well. And it actually wound up swimming really well. We opened 3 or 4 more, like they're all local. And as I was putting those projects online, like Facebook, I don't even know if I had an Instagram at the time, people were reaching out for like design advice. Oh my gosh, well, what about this on my bathroom? What do you think? What do you think? And then at that point I was like, oh, maybe I should monetize this. I do not have a degree in design. So it just came all from talent. And I did monetize it, learned as I went. So that's morphed into interiors. Now I do mostly residential, some commercial, interior, exterior. Now I'm a general contractor, female GC. I know what I'm doing, even though I'm a girl. And yeah, so it's more for full service now than ever, but I love it. Still love it very much.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very
Love
cool.
what I do. I'm lucky.
Yeah. So how many Airbnbs do you have? Do you still have the Airbnbs?
I do. I had to liquidate one last year because I needed to free up the cash, but we have 3. Just 3, just local ones. Yeah.
Nice. They all in St. Louis, St. Charles?
They're all in St. Charles County.
Okay.
Single family residence we own. So it's like, people are like, what? Who comes to St. Charles County? Well, everybody, all kinds of stuff.
Right.
Graduation, funerals, weddings, same thing anyone travels for.
And you do the short-term stays there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I've got a couple, but I do I go for the midterms, like where you're looking for like the traveling nurses, insurance people.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I did that for a while on one of them, and it did work out pretty well, but I like the short-term one. I like having a really close eye on my property, and I tend to like overdo it in the cuteness.
Yeah. Well, then you'll get the higher, you can get a higher dollar for that for sure. Like,
yeah, right.
Like mine are like, they're just nice homes with, decent furniture. It's not like top of the line stuff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, as far as design goes, it's, it's pretty basic. Like as far as like one of them was actually my wife and I's old house, and we just basically like kept all the furniture there, and we just we're like, well, let's just move to the new house and buy all new furniture.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty much just set out. I actually was in there this morning changing out some light bulbs and stuff.
Dude, that little stuff.
Light bulbs and what else did I do? Smoke detector.
Tightening the toilet seat and the door handles. What's up with that?
I know, they always get loose.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah,
like, what are people doing on the toilet that they get so wobbly?
I know.
But yeah, it's a full-time thing. I mean, it takes.
It does.
Like a constant
Every
thing,
little house is its own business, to be honest with you. And I have girls that help me manage those. There's no way I could do that on my own with the design load I have. So, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's awesome.
A lot.
Well, how many projects do you have going on right now?
Oh man. Whew. So the last month has just been a flood and influx of and all over the place, which I love. Like I love different projects, from small GCs, to like whole GC, like full house refresh, like, oh, come into my house and make it less drab. Right. So that could be all kinds of stuff. I have a few of those right now. I have a bathroom in tow. We're actually flipping a house and we are on the very, very end of that. Thank goodness. And then it's going great. It looks amazing. Timeline's good. But, and then what else do I have going on? Just a lot of proposals in the works. So just for furnishing too. So I decorate and furnish. That's actually probably what I like the most out in Innsbruck Resort. I have a few of those. So
nice. Why do you like that the best?
Profit margins. Scope is easier. You're not tearing out walls. You're not managing 7 subs. It's me, myself, and then the girl I have to install the furniture and stuff. It's just an easier scope for what I do. You know, what I mean? We're for the profit.
Sure, I get it. Yeah, for sure.
Less headaches.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I'm surprised you don't see more women GCs. I mean, in our business, I mean, real estate is dominated by women. I'll be honest, they're better at multitasking than men are.
That's what I just put on my social media.
Right. Like, it's almost like, why not? Why, like, that would be like a perfect field for, you're managing and running around and dealing with all these people, you know.
And most of your contractors out there are men, and men tend to listen to women well.
Yeah.
If you're respectful and know what you're actually doing, you know, I'm not going to expect my contractor to do, well, sometimes I do. Just ask them, hey, I have this vision. Can you figure it out? But I also, you know, bring reason to that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's awesome that you've been able to tap into that and be able to put your own spin on things. Running a boutique business, being a mom and leading creative projects, how do you define success for yourself right now?
Defining success. I don't know. I mean, I think just every day I literally leave it all on the table and go to the buzzer. Okay. Not to where I make myself sick, but if I can tell myself that I did everything I could for my family and business that day, there's only so much you can get in a 24-hour or 12-hour, whatever period, right? So success is just, and enjoying it while I do it. So, I mean, this might sound terrible, but if I get a client that is just some people, and this only very rarely happens, even in rentals, but if I get someone that's never going to be happy, I'm not sure it's worth my energy and my peace and if they don't see the value and they're going to be an issue from the beginning, see ya.
Right.
Bother someone else.
100%. I had one of those recently when we had our last turnover at the property I was at this morning. I had, you know, because people want to stay there for like 6 months, and they were like, "Can we come see it first?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course."
Yeah.
And then like as I'm walking through this house with them, like I can just tell, I'm like, "Oh, these people are going to be calling me every week asking for something," and I'm like,
"There's a spider on the floor that's dead."
Yeah, like, okay,
can you please come over?
Yeah, like I just was like, I can see this one's going to be.
You can sniff him out by now.
100%.
Yes,
this is going to be high maintenance. It's like,
yep.
You know, I mean, the best tenants are the ones you never hear from. You know? I mean, I
can handle high maintenance. I tend to have very high expectations for my design projects. So I work with all kinds of there's nobody going to be probably more meticulous than me.
Yeah.
So I can tolerate a lot, but you know, sometimes I've had 2 people in 6 years that I had to be like, we're not a good fit. I'm struggling to meet your expectations. Let's just part ways.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I get it.
So.
Totally.
I wish I had that luxury.
Yeah.
I don't have the luxury. Here's why. Because I learned the hard way to continue business with them is only going to end poor.
Yeah.
Because nothing's going to make them happy. Not their hairdresser, not their nail lady, not their car detailer, nobody.
Yeah. Some people are just like that. I mean, I learned that when I spent 10 years in the restaurant industry before I got into real estate, and there's just some people out there that are just impossible to please, and they're always looking for, you know, something to complain about, or they're, you know, they're just constantly looking for defects in whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and I literally do not get them often. I literally can think of 2 over the since I've been in business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
The other ones I can handle. I can handle difficult personalities. I can. Yeah. So I actually enjoy a challenge.
Just kill them with kindness and get them to fold.
Yeah. Yeah, kill them with kindness is good. Sure. and hey, I'm you know, it takes a while for people to like build trust with you if you've not done it before, and I might not look like I know what I'm doing. So it takes a second. They'll give me a small project, and then before I know it, I'm doing the rest of their house. And sometimes they're a little difficult at first, and then they lighten up because they know they can trust me.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you can build that trust for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't mind that.
What'd you do before you got into this?
Oh, goodness. So, well, I manage like chiropractic clinics. And then before that, my husband and I were youth pastors.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So I know I'm older than I want to be. I don't care actually, but.
Well, I was going to say, I was just looking at, I had your social media pulled up, and you just had a pretty cool project down. Was it St. Thomas?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tell us a little about that.
Yes, sir. Oh my gosh. So. Yeah, so there is this gentleman down there building. This is a hilarious story because he's friends of John and I's. I went to his house in Kirkwood 4 years ago for like this huge remodel of his parents' home, and he didn't hire me. Like me, there was another, he had another male GC at the time. The painter was there. Everybody's there. He didn't hire any of us. He wound up buying a house in St. Thomas instead. And John and I have always kind of respected him for that, because a lot of people will just do what the Joneses are doing. They want their house to look a certain way, whatever. Of course, I'm going to support that. Right. But he was like, forget it. I'm going to actually do what I really want, and moved. And so we continued friendship with him, and he was like, I would like a mural painted. I would also like you to maybe come down and freshen up. He calls it a cottage.
Not a cottage.
Beautiful, like ocean view. He's in a subdivision. Told you I'd bump that.
Yeah, it's all good.
A subdivision that like has, private beaches. So I was like, shoot, yeah. And so I was able to go down there and like prep the cottage for his mom's arrival and just stuff like that. It was amazing.
Yeah. So how long did you get to spend down there?
I was there like not long, because I have kiddos. 5 days, I think.
Okay.
It's cool though.
I know. I had to design the mural. Okay, so he's right on a surf break. There's only so many surf breaks in the world, I guess. I'm not a surfer. One in Australia, blah, blah, blah. And so he also wanted me to design that logo that I was putting on the mural, that it can be used for marketing in the near future. Stuff like that. It was
like
neat.
rent out.
Yes, he has a few huts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty cool. I'll probably go back down soon. Yeah, for like more of that type of art stuff. So I'm excited. And then I met some person at like this beach bar that was like, "Oh, you're a designer? We only have one on the island." I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
So hopefully
Start marketing St. Thomas.
Yeah. I mean,
nothing's out of reach. You can do whatever you want to do in this life.
There's worse places to go to travel for sure.
Seriously. So yeah, it was cool. Paid for me to go down, and so that was nice.
That's awesome.
Very cool. Well, what's the the craziest design request you've gotten since you've been in the business?
Oh my gosh, craziest design request. You really want to know?
I do. Hell yeah.
A red room.
Really?
Yes. In which I was like, not sure that's gonna work out. You asked. Yeah. So I was like,
so you didn't do the red room?
No, like, I'm not, I could, but like, let's keep it professional. I don't know. I don't want that reputation.
Right,
and
you
then
want your business to be known
no.
as.
So
and I feel like you can design your own red room.
Correct. Thank you.
Come on, you can figure out.
Correct. Thank you.
You know what you like more than
that's
I
what
know
I'm
what you like.
What? Okay, I'll give you a paint color swatch. Like, go with this red. I don't know.
Yeah, like I don't know what you want to.
Is
yeah, you do your thing. I don't really want to be involved.
No, exactly. You asked, okay?
That's great.
I enthusiastically turned that down.
Yeah. Appreciate the offer, but
go be a creepo with someone else.
Yeah.
It's like that listing appointment you went
on.
Oh
yeah, God. Yeah. I walked into. Oh man, I don't know if I've ever told that story on the podcast. But yeah,
I don't know if you have,
dude. I can't imagine
the weirdest listing appointment I've ever went on.
It's like a dead body.
No.
that would have been better.
It would have been better. So I this was probably 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago now. I got I had my VA calling neighborhoods, just trying to get me appointments and stuff. Talking about houses that have sold recently near them. So I got this lead on this one in Afton, and I went over there, and I knew it was an older guy. He was in his late 70s, looking to sell that house and buy. He told me, I knew he was in a wheelchair, and he was looking to buy a house, like a slab house where everything's on one floor, so he didn't have to go downstairs to do laundry and everything. Like, okay, cool. So I go over there. Obviously, I pull up. Oh, that's the house, wheelchair ramp. Boom. That's got to be the one.
Yeah.
And I go through. I show up, knock on the door, introduce myself. We sit and talk in his living room for a few minutes. Come to find out, he's like, "Yeah, I'm probably not looking to move for like 8 or 9 years."
What?
I'm like, "Okay, well, you could have said that over the phone. I wish we would have known that."
Yeah,
but
and then I would get instantly mad. You just waste my time, sir.
Yeah, but I was like, "All right,
no to VA."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was a VO. Okay, a VA. Okay,
ask the.
Seriously,
right?
How long?
Yeah, but anyway, so I'm like, okay, well, I ask all the questions, figure out what he's wanting, and we just kind of go through everything. And I'm like, well, while I'm here, you mind if I look around, you kind of show me the house, and so I know what I'm getting into years down the road when I come back.
Even
to help
though it's
going to
change,
for
probably.
Sure. But I'm just like, and I'm also just curious. I like to walk through and see people's houses.
Sure.
But the house quite frankly, was a mess. He's in a wheelchair, old carpet. I mean, he's black tracks from him rolling his wheelchair around. And it was, just a mess everywhere. Dishes literally like 4 feet high piled on the counters.
In the bathtubs, probably.
Yeah, And I go back, it's typical little 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I walk back to the hallway where all the bedrooms are, open up the first one. It's kind of set up as an office. I mean, it's just a mess. I can barely even see the floor. I go into the other room. It's clearly his bedroom. That one's a mess too. Bathrooms, just filthy. Then I go into the last bedroom. And the last bedroom is, and keep in mind, this is a 79-year-old man, above the knee amputee in a wheelchair.
I feel like we need a drum roll.
Yeah. And so I walk into this room, and first thing I notice is he's got a like legitimate squat rack in there, but he's got like all these like straps and like handcuffs and stuff hanging from this thing. And so I noticed that. And then I look at the floor, and there's just like old DVDs of like porn and stuff, like all scattered all over the floor.
This is prompting a story.
Yeah. And I look to the left. There's a one of those like stock, I think you call them stockades, where like in the like medieval times where you put like your head and your wrist through. So like like one of these things. And then I look into the other corner. There's like one of these like chairs with like the straps and like this like weird thing.
Yeah.
And then I look up on the wall. He's got like a bunch of dildos just like hanging on the walls. And I'm like, what have I walked into?
Did I bring my mace?
Yes. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay.
Or is that a girl thought? I think that's what a girl thinks.
Yeah. And I'm just like, oh, this is not what I expected from this guy.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's not what I would have expected. So I'm like, okay, well, I continue to walk around, and I'm like, well, I guess I got to go see the basement. And of course, and I go down there. He's got the I don't know if you've seen Game of Thrones, but the Ramsay Bolton cross, like the X. It's like an X with like the handcuffs, and he's got like posters of like naked dudes all over the walls.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh, whoa, what have I? And all of a sudden, I'm like, man, I'm down in this basement. Like, this is really creepy. Like I'm like, how
many weapons are in this house?
And I'm thinking,
that's what I would want.
I'm like listening. I'm like, okay, like if I hear that wheelchair rolling toward this door, I am sprinting up the steps, But anyway, that was about that was about it. The basement was weird. That room was weird. And then from there, I just walked upstairs, and I was like, all right, well, we'll be in touch.
Yeah.
I'll see you later.
No, we won't.
Yeah, that was the last time I talked to him. But that was probably the weirdest listing appointment I've ever been on.
Oh, that story one-ups mine, but yeah. So in Pennsylvania, our very first house that we bought at a sheriff's auction, we were newly married. Sheriff's auction on the courthouse steps. We're like, all right, we're so excited. But the bedroom was, I had to take a leaf rake to like the sex extension toy magazine thing. I was like, I'm not touching all this. It was a lot. Like so,
on the floors?
Just on the floors. Yeah. Which is fine, but I'm not touching it. No. And at that time we were doing all that stuff ourselves. Like our first one.
My first few flips I did
leaf rake.
Yeah. Oh yeah, good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my first few flips I did a lot of it myself, but my last handful I've done that I've hired it out just because I've just realized anytime I do that, it just consumes my real estate sales will go down and like everything just takes so much time. And I'm like, I'm not I'm somewhat handy, but I'm not a professional. Like I don't do, like I've realized that the people that do this stuff all day, every day, they're gonna do it.
Efficient too.
They're so efficient. Fast. They're gonna get it done way faster. It's gonna look better than when I do it. Yes, it's gonna cost me more, but like how much my time's money. It's like how many more people could I have talked to that I could have potentially helped them buy or sell a house. Like I've realized that's just the way that I have to do it. But when you look at what you're paying someone, you're like, oh man, like it's ultimately, I think it's just the better way to do it.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah, but that's my my crazy listing story.
I don't get any of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen some bank statements with some OnlyFans and Pornhub subscriptions.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's about it. Yeah. Nothing too crazy or exciting.
You had an OnlyFans model or whatever.
Yeah. Yep. Helped her buy a house. Yeah, that was interesting. They make good money.
Some do, I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah, they call themselves social media influencers on their tax returns, and Yeah.
There you go.
They make damn good money.
No judgment here.
It's one way to do it.
That's one. However you want to make money. Good for you. Good for you. But on the questionnaire, you mentioned daily principles and disciplines that you live by.
Yeah.
Which one has fundamentally reshaped your life the most?
It probably depends on where I'm at growth-wise, right? Because I don't have one that served me when I was in my 20s and another one here when I'm almost 40. So I think daily habits are huge. So
what are some of your daily habits?
Yeah, here we go. The one that has shaped me since my 20s is just like gym time, moving my body consistently. And am I 7 days a week? No, because I'm probably not good for my personal body. But yeah, consistency. I think I've been a gym rat for 13 years. So that, and then recently, I'd say the last year or two is just a phrase, what you focus on expands. So whether that is something negative in a relationship that you carry, or principles in your business, that's what it is. If it's negative and you're focusing on it, that negativity is going to literally grow. If it's something positive and you shift your mindset to that, it's going to grow. It's just how the brain works. You're creating your own reality. Yeah. Really.
It's like the, what do you call it? Can I think of it? Never mind.
I hate when I do that. And that's the story of my life, my mom brain.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too, because the guy that we had on yesterday, he's studying psychology. We were talking about a lot of the same stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And I don't even really, I guess I do study it. I'm just pretty obsessed with it. I got a yoga certification 7 years ago, and that like totally opened my eyes to like the power of the psyche and like the energy. I'm not like one of those crazy energy people.
Not really into crystals.
But like, I mean, crystals are pretty, but like, like I'm not, whatever.
No, I'll make fun of crystals all day.
But like, I think just the power that our brain has and our reality, whatever you're thinking and like manifesting here, that is the reality you're living in daily.
Yes, I was looking for the word
so whatever, like,
I couldn't think of it.
Yeah. Whatever beliefs you have about yourself, whatever thoughts that you let in and dwell on, like that's your reality, and your life will be a result of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned that from a young age. I got a book that I read every year. I've read it, and he's heard me talk about it. It's a baseball book. It's called The Mental Game of Baseball. So baseball is a huge mental sport, and there's a lot of things in there. So like I was dealing with this nagging back injury, and like through the book, they just talk about the power of your mind and and how you can use it to control pain and things like that. So it's like, lay there, breathe in, just go through your visualizations, but then like think there and picture that pain as like a piece of paper that's like just like a hot piece of paper, and that you're reaching into your body and you're pulling that piece of paper out, crumbling it into a ball. Feel it, feel the heat that it's giving off, give it a color, and then just feel yourself crumbling up this piece of paper and like how it feels, like what crumbled paper feels like, and then just imagine yourself taking it and just throwing it in the trash. And it was amazing just like by doing that and thinking about that, going through that, like that. Yeah. Like, it didn't completely heal it, but it gave me enough of a relief that I could go out and play.
I know, it's crazy.
It's nuts.
It gives you traction too, because in my mind, I do the visualization in a different way. Mine is like, yes, giving the thought, feeling, belief, attention, kind of putting it on its own island, giving it, give it a color, all those things that you're talking about, and then releasing it out through the crown of my head and like my hands and my feet. So kind of like yoga, same thing. Just letting it like release, right? Because you do store that energy or that pain or whatever it is. But the more that you practice those visualizations, the more effective they are. Right. It's a discipline like anything else. Yoga is not about touching your toes and doing splits. It's about disciplining. It is extremely effective, and the more often that you practice that, the easier and more effective that it is.
Oh, absolutely. Mind's a powerful thing. Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
Well, you do yoga, you design homes, you spend a lot of time outdoors. Do you think your creativity comes from discipline, or do you think it comes from letting your mind wander?
I think my success comes from discipline. I think that I have to very much so make sure I don't overdo it in the production, because I'm a high producer. if I go into that high producing state for too long, the creative, playful part of my brain suffers. So then I have to really keep it balanced. Very difficult. Since I do manage all the projects as well, I also have to have enough mental capacity to, I don't know if you know how the brain works, but if you're too
stimulated,
too much stimulation and you're on, all those stress hormones, the playful creative part of your brain really doesn't light up. And so I have to keep them balanced in order to really also give my clients a really badass product in the end.
Yeah.
Not just like it's put together, like it's not just functional, but the form is on point too.
Yeah.
So I love it both. It's just I have to make sure I take care of my stress and all that good stuff so I can still produce something cool.
Well, the gym helps with that for sure.
Oh, for sure.
It does. Yoga does. Outdoors do. Little weed sometimes.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I figured.
Yeah.
Give me a gummy.
Yeah. All the things, deep breathing. There's also sunshine.
Yeah.
Trips to St. Thomas.
Yeah.
All of that stuff. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned you bought the first house in Pennsylvania. Is that where you're from?
No, I'm from Southeast Missouri, Poplar Bluff area.
Okay.
We moved up to Pennsylvania. That was my husband's first youth pastor job up there.
Okay.
And you're broke right out of college as a new youth pastor. And we're like, where are we going to buy a house? And we found one at an auction. So we were like, shoot, we can do this. Let's remodel this sucker.
So
that's where we started.
Was it, did you guys end up living in that house or was it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we lived there, I want to say 3 years. So we didn't have to do capital gains tax when we sold that house, just the BRRRR method. We were doing the BRRRR method. We just didn't know it.
A long time. Yeah.
We should know it. And sold it, had the profit, came back with that and bought our first house in O'Fallon, Missouri and just kept BRRRRing. Yeah.
Awesome.
We lived in that one, but, bought some out in Wright City, South City. Things like that over the years.
Is that where you do, or do you do flips all over? Or I know you mentioned you do a lot of flips. So they pretty much all in St. Charles?
We flipped a few in Pennsylvania when we lived there. Even some like double wide trailers. They're considered vehicles there. They have VIN numbers, so that was a little different. A lot of good profit on those though.
Really?
Wow. It's an easy profit because they're small.
Well, they're small and they don't take. It probably doesn't take long to remodel it.
Correct, and the craftsmanship doesn't have to be.
Yeah.
And then that was back a long time ago. I haven't done any of those in a long time, but yeah. So most of them are local. We did South City a few times, over and over and over. St. Charles County is where they are now. We've done some out west. So, yep. Ours now is in St. Peters.
The one you're doing right now. Nice.
It's cute, really cute. 5-bedroom, 3-bath.
When is it gonna hit the market?
Soon. It might not even hit the market.
Hey.
Give me a buyer, baby.
All right. What's price point?
I think we might list around $375.
Okay.
It's so stinking cute.
Where's it at?
St. Peters, right off 364 and 364 and what is that exit? I'm terrible. Kisker Road.
Okay. Yeah, I know where you're at.
Yeah, I know exactly where that's at.
Right by the school, kind of. Actually, it's by that wedding venue, Stonehouse.
Oh yeah, Stonehouse.
St. Charles.
Yeah.
Literally, I can see it when I drive into the
Okay.
So
cool. Okay. Well, I might have somebody, but let me double check after this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let me know.
My buyers are out that way.
Yeah.
I got a couple, but yeah.
Oh, you're both realtors?
I'm a realtor. He's a lender.
Mortgage.
Whoop.
Yep. Team right here.
The teams.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
you can go ahead.
I was going to say, entrepreneurship can be pretty isolating. Where do you draw the isolating?
Isolating.
Yeah. Where do you draw the line between pushing forward independently and leaning into others for support?
Shoot. Collaboration over competition all day long.
Mm-hmm.
I don't lean into isolation. I lean into collaboration constantly.
Yeah.
I can accomplish way more adding value to another person's company first, then they bring me their trusted clients. You know what I mean? So what do you mean by isolation? Maybe I didn't understand.
I guess in terms of just like running your own business. I mean, and surrounding yourself with a team that helps you run your business versus doing it all on your own.
Oh, delegation?
Yeah.
How do I delegate?
Yeah. terms of that, delegating and running your business and having other people come in and help? Like, do you have a team that helps you run your business?
I do. Yeah. I've had my office manager, Alicia, since the very beginning. She takes care of all my back end stuff, most of it. She's very awesome. If you're starting a business, that's what you need to invest in first, because if they can get your books squared away, you can focus on bringing in those clients, getting proposals into contracts and getting those signed, and not making sure your QuickBooks is balanced. That's my advice. I did have her from the very beginning. And then I have girls that help me manage and turn each property individually.
Okay.
That way they know the quirks of that Airbnb. She knows the quirks of that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then I just manage them. As far as my subcontractors, I have a lot of good talent that I use. Depends on where the home's located. Is that what you mean? Yeah. Depends on where the home's located, the price point of the home. If I know the client's going to be flexible and would rather save money and have a guy that works weekends and nights, or if they want this project go, and I need to hire somebody that does it full time. So I have just a bunch of different people. Same with furniture. Same with my furniture and decorations, knowing where to source what for the different styles they hold, their budget, and our timeline. All those really play a big role in projects.
I guess I'd never really thought of when it comes to stuff like that.
Dude, there's a lot of like a lot of like dancing and getting it to the finish line.
Oh yeah, when
you're supposed to. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, now would you say you have like a specific style, or do you just kind of whatever the client wants?
Yeah. So I think I definitely. If you ask me what my style is and you look at my house, it's going to change every 6 months because I kind of love them all. My style is whatever my client wants. Whatever my client wants. I think designers, I know they do. They feel like that they've arrived, or any artist, for you to go to that artist to achieve their look. For me, that's boring. I want you to show me what inspires you. I interview people at the very beginning. How do you want to feel in this space? Obviously, if it's an executive suite or their office, they've got to wake up every morning and they got to be excited to sit in that chair at 4:30 when they're reading their 20 minutes of their daily discipline, and they're going to have to feel like a badass in that room. That room's going to have to feel and look a certain way. I almost cussed.
That's right. Go for it.
Feel and look a certain way. So for me, that executive office is going to look way different than that master suite that's supposed to be serene and relaxing. And that's going to look way different than a client that I have out in Innsbruck Resort that wants it to look very cozy and like Yellowstoney, or way down in like Brentwood in the loft, like the loft things. Like, it's just going to look different. Right. So no, I don't have a style. I have a style. You're my client. I work for you. You show me what you want, and I can literally do it.
Is there anything that you're seeing trending right now within styles for people that are
doing
houses?
Absolutely. Speakeasies.
Yeah.
Residential speakeasies and basements. Yeah. I get a lot of contacts. I probably got like 10 of those last year.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Mm-hmm. But like, I only had like 1.5 pull a trigger because I think there's more to it than they think, like,
sure. Like what?
It's not just throwing up a bar and
to do or it's a little more like ballsy than they anticipate. Like a true speakeasy is very dark, very rich, heavy textures, leather, marble, velvet, super dark walls, moody, you know what I mean? And so maybe I think several times it just didn't align with like the goals of the house. Well, if this isn't your forever home and you're looking at a resale in a year or two,
right,
we don't know if the next person's going to want this.
Right.
It was usually that. And what you're doing, what money you're investing in that.
Yeah, because it's not going to be cheap.
Correct. I mean, I'm not the most expensive, but I'm not going to offer you the most. I give an exceptional experience. So I'm not going to be the cheapest.
Right.
I don't want the cheapest either.
No, you don't want to be.
Yeah.
Not at all.
That's what I tell people when they call in. I go, listen, I'm never gonna have the highest, or I'm never gonna have the highest rates. I'm never gonna have the lowest rates, but I can guarantee you that the service that you're gonna get is gonna be top notch.
Correct.
So,
yep.
Yeah. Well, was there a moment with Lewis and Oak where where you're like, wow, this is like not a hobby anymore. Like this is a full on business. Like, because how did it really start?
How did it really start is literally how I told you. Like, we were opening up that Airbnb.
And then
and nobody was staying in hotels at the time. So our Airbnb was like, occupancy was like hella good. And again, every little nook of that particular property, there was that one property in downtown St. Charles that really just got me a lot of online attention. When I realized that it was a full-time gig is when a gal reached out to me for a bathroom. Then I wind up doing her second bathroom. Then I wind up doing her loft office. Then I wind up doing her master bathroom. Then I wind up doing her bedroom. Then I was like, oh, I just did this whole freaking house. Now, of course, that's happened over and over. But as a new designer, you're like, did I just do this woman's whole house? I sure did. Yeah. Cool. So I think that was probably the moment.
Do you help with any like commercial type?
Oh, yeah. So that's probably, I think that was one of the questions that's probably my biggest compliment when clients, obviously when you're in your own business, it's referral when you refer me. But I also, I think a few of my clients, when I go ahead and do their whole home, they buy another home or they build their dream home, they're still calling me. They're opening up a vacation home out in wherever, and they want me to do remote. And then when they trust me, even in their business, like their brick and mortar, like maybe they're, I don't even know, insurance agent, roofing company, and I'm designing their lobby. Man, that's pretty cool. Yeah. For sure. Like I'm really in every nook and cranny in your life, like as far as your aesthetics, like, so that's a great compliment for me. So to answer your question, legally in the state of Missouri, since I do not have an interior design degree, all of mine is from experience, and my dad owned a construction company. That's how I know construction. I cannot consult on commercial spaces like grand in scale, but if I can furnish like something and consult on lighting. I just don't move walls. I don't do any of that kind of thing. Do you get what I mean?
You have to have a degree to do that?
Or a license?
In the state of Missouri, you do. Or I could employ someone on my payroll. My husband and I are the only ones on our payroll from our company, but I could employ someone that has it, like an architect or whatever, but I'm just not there yet, and I don't know if I want to yet.
I didn't know that, though.
Yeah.
So you have to have a degree.
Mm-hmm. Oh. To be backed, like, legally.
Legally.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Like, I think I have to call myself a decorator. Definitely, if it's a commercial space and not a designer.
But residential, there's no requirement.
No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And is your husband a general contractor as well?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much the one that manages all the projects and the guys. But again, we have multi areas of our business. He's a realtor, so he works that business. He's actually some of the labor too. Okay. In our properties, and we have maintenance and all that stuff. So, nice. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. What is the most challenging part of your business?
I think probably the most challenge of any entrepreneur. When you don't feel like going to work, you don't get sick days. When you're not really like trumping up all of your own business, say there's slow seasons. Right now I'm flooded, but there are slow seasons. Nobody wants to rip their house apart right before the holidays. Right. Okay. Nobody wants to, it's always July. It's always like this, like people are on vacation. I don't think they're. So
I think that'd be a good time to do it. You're not in the house.
I know, but the kids are home.
Oh, gotcha.
I think the kids are home and they're like, no way. But it is that people are like, man, you're so lucky you get to work for yourself and pick your own schedule and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm lucky, but every day is a grind. I don't have an employer expecting me to show up at 8. I am the employer that expects and makes myself show up at 5 a.m. I don't have somebody that's like, here's your list of to-dos and here's your paycheck at the end. And even if you kind of half-ass it this week, you still get paid. You know, that's not a luxury I have. So as any entrepreneur, I think that's the most challenging is to constantly, we 100% of our income is self-employed.
Yeah.
I don't have a spouse that works a 9 to 5. We both are in it. So just, that's it right there. Being on the push, the grind, the grit.
You're on 100%.
Every day.
Yeah. It is definitely tough.
Yeah.
Every day's a Monday.
Every day's Monday.
Yeah, no days off, really. I mean, even taking vacations, it's like that's how I always feel like anytime I go on a vacation, that's when I get busy. You know?
That's when I feel most blessed, though. And like people that are way more successful than me, usually my clients that I work for, you know, I see them, whatever they're doing, wherever they may be, and they're making deals on their phone. And I'm like, wow, that's when it feels like a privilege, is when I am on vacations and I'm still making money, I guess.
Right.
Or I'm still able to, I don't know why it hits home for me different, but I'm like, wow, okay, I'm really doing this, whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually I'll start in the morning, I'll work a couple hours in the morning, and then I'll text my assistant and be like, hey, phone's forwarded to you. So
yeah,
just go from there.
Do you feel that you do your best work with like 1 or 2 really focused hours of work?
Absolutely. I mean, that's kind of how my day's pretty much broken down anyway.
Yeah.
I have my non-negotiables. Each day is different. So each day has a different kind of theme.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got those non-negotiables that I got to do each day. And I spend 2 hours on those non-negotiables. Right. And then the rest is just kind of filling in with other things that I can be doing.
Sure.
But yeah.
The things that come kind of across your desk.
Yep,
yeah. I would say same.
Yeah.
Give me 2 really focused hours where I turn my phone off. Well, do not disturb. Yeah. I can push some stuff out, man.
Yeah. I need to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, because we were on another podcast and the guy asked, he's like, what's something that if someone were to follow you around for 24 hours, what would they be surprised about your business? Like probably how little I actually work, but how much I get done in a day. Just because I've got so many other things that I've got going on.
Yeah, that you're juggling.
Yeah, single dad, 2 kids, running them around to sports, things like that. Coaching, baseball,
meal planning,
stuff like that. Well,
never ending.
Thank God for Fit Flavors because that helps.
Oh, you do Fit Flavors?
Yeah. I do too.
Yeah, if it wasn't
we both just ate a Fit Flavors meal right before.
I've had those. They're good.
They're delicious.
Oh yeah, they really are.
Well, it's like right up the road from here, so it just makes it really easy for us to just go grab them.
Talking about
a handful of meals.
Time being money. Yeah, just instead of spending hours in the kitchen, I can now just walk.
Do your kids eat them?
Yeah, my kids love the cheeseburger bowls. That's about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll eat those. They'll eat their breakfast stuff. They've got pancakes and they've got muffins that are pretty good. So they'll
cool.
Crush those. But yeah, for the most part, just walk in there. Takes 10 minutes instead of 2 hours. So,
no doubt.
Yeah.
That's huge when you're running kids to sports and stuff.
Absolutely.
My word.
Oh, yeah.
You have 2 kids?
Yeah, 7 and 12.
Okay.
Nice.
Dude, my 12-year-old just caught a 30-pound catfish.
Holy
thing
cow.
was like massive.
Wow.
Massive.
Wow.
I was like,
how long did it take her to reel that?
Where was that and where at?
A while. He caught on an 8-pound line. My kid is actually, for his age, he has a tournament this weekend fishing, but he's fantastic. He just drinks and sleeps and eats all the YouTube videos and on it. He's feeling like the man this week.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you're reeling in a monster.
That's a monster. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy.
Where'd he catch it at?
Our neighborhood pond.
Really?
And he's fished that for years. So that guy was down there and bottom feeding for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Hiding out. He's scarred up pretty bad.
Huh.
Yeah.
Do you fish with him?
Came up to his chest.
Wow.
You go and watch. You support.
I do. I like sit there. I don't not like fishing, but by the time I'm there, I'm usually exhausted from the day. And I'll just sit on the blanket,
Yeah.
and
So
watch
that's gotta
him.
be pretty relaxing though for you.
Hanging out outside.
I'll do
sitting
some
in the
yoga
sun.
stretches, to be honest with you. That's what I do with my daughter as she swings from the trees, and she is hyper as all get out. She doesn't stop. She's like her mama.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. So what's that like, juggling mom life and entrepreneur life?
I'll tell you what it's like this morning. I'm laughing. This morning, I was supposed to be packing lunches. I was literally half dressed. I had a tank top on. It was covering because my son's 12. And I'm on a phone call with a new client trying to schedule an electrician. And we're doing some crown molding that's backlit.
Mm-hmm.
Crown molding that's backlit. And so I'm like, oh no, we need to schedule this and this. And I'm like pouring the chips into like the Zippy Luck bag. And they're like, they've spilled all over the floor. And like, I'm late for the bus. And that's how it's doing.
Oh, yeah.
That right there.
Yeah.
Half dressed, spilling potato chips all over the floor on the phone with the client.
Yeah. Sounds like success.
Uh-huh.
I get it. I have 2 two boys, 1 and 3, so they're younger now. So
Aww.
Our youngest just started walking recently, and last night we poured a bowl of cereal for my older son, and the youngest one just runs over, grabs the bowl of cereal, and just like starts running away with it, like just everywhere. It was just milk and Cheerios, all over the house.
Yeah,
it was the daily occurrence when you have young kids. You just never know what they're gonna do.
Honestly, just at that age, just put them in the floor and just like throw goldfish at them.
Yeah,
and they'll be fine. Really, honestly,
it's like a dog. Just here's your treat.
Seriously, just
sit.
That's what I'm saying.
My youngest, I mean, he's only got a couple words down, but eat is one of them. Eat.
That's hilarious.
It's like if you say the word eat around him, he's like,
that's the first.
Eat.
Like that's the first I've never heard a kid eat. Like that's funny.
Yeah, and he looks like he eats. Trust me, he's a little chunk.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'd say my dad fail is I don't think my kids have been on time to school yet this year when they've been with me.
There's a dad fail. No, I'm joking.
They're usually about 5 minutes late. Doesn't matter what time we wake up. We could be up at 6:30. We could be up at 8. It doesn't matter. They will be somehow figure out a way. Usually, if get going, and it always tends to happen. I'm like, dude, stop eating with the shirt on. Just take your shirt off, eat breakfast. They will have shit all over them.
Yeah, I let them go like that. I'm like, whatever.
They're 6 and 7, and I'm just like, from now on, no shirts when you're eating breakfast.
Yeah.
And it's just
Are they boys?
Yeah, 2 boys.
Got you.
Yeah. And so they are just, and they're best friends. They fight all the time with each other, but like,
of course they do.
Have fun with it. They have fun with it. And so like, they'll just start fighting each other.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what, like, hey guys, we're time to leave. You got your shoes on? You guys ready to go? Oh no, not yet. They'll go and they'll race to get their shoes. And then next thing you know, they're fighting over their shoes. Or, like, have you guys brushed your teeth yet? Nope. Oh, Dad, Connor took my toothbrush. Ollie's got my toothpaste. I'm like, share.
Basic.
It's
just like punch it out until you figure it out. I don't know what to tell you.
No, that's what I do. I bought them boxing gloves for
That's
that
what I'm
very
saying.
reason. Let them duke it out, but it's usually why we're about.
Put them inside one of your shirts.
Yeah, they're usually
put them both inside one of your shirts and sit them on the couch. It works.
Really?
Oh yeah, it works. It does. Like,
But yeah, so yeah, no, they're usually 5, maybe 10 minutes late every morning.
Yeah.
But I also have like a 20-minute drive to get them to school. So that.
Ew.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah. My ex-wife just walks out her house and like, all right, see you guys.
But it was a better district or something, so you had to.
Pretty much, yeah. Yep. Convenience for them.
Well, then all the grace. Yeah. You got this.
Yeah.
You got this, man. You can get them on time. You can do
for the next 17 years, you got this.
Almost there.
Yeah. You need more of these.
10 more years.
For sure.
10 more years. But no, it's all right. That's all right. It's 5 minutes late, whatever. They're not. What are they missing?
Uber. Right. Freaking get him an Uber. Yeah. Just Uber him. This is 2025.
Maybe when they get to high school. No, Uber's just like, no, I'm not taking these kids.
I'm not taking a 6
They'll get in the car. He won't even pull out of the thing yet. I'm like, no, out. Get out. Both
of you. Quit fighting with each other in the back seat.
They're charging me $500 for damage to the car. I'm like,
that too.
What did you guys do?
Oh man.
Kids are great. Gotta love them, right?
Oh yeah.
Keep us young.
Well, St. Louis has a pretty unique vibe and with architecture and everything. Mm-hmm. Do you balance, or how do you balance respecting a home's original character while making it modern and fresh?
Oh wow, that depends on where I'm at. You're talking St. Louis specifically.
Yeah, I mean that's just what comes to mind with me.
Mm-hmm.
I sell houses out. I sell houses out in St. Charles. I sell houses all over St. Louis, but I just think of when I'm thinking more of the more historic homes in St. Louis, like all the South City.
Yeah, so I loved flipping in South City because you can do quirky, cool stuff. I'm talking patterns on ceilings, and that was the stuff that sold our homes. Because you can do all that there. Keep the original windows and all that. Because you mix and match, eclectic, basically. While keeping most of the original architectural elements you can. Now, as far as design goes, most of my clients have just gravitated out west. So Forestdale, Innsbrook, Wentzville, Lake St. Louis, O'Fallon. Do I have ones in Chesterfield and Brentwood? Yeah, I do. But most of them are out west. I don't know why, but I'm not complaining.
I've noticed over the last few years, I feel like I've at least it could have just been my clientele, just because a lot of my clientele is people my age. Maybe they bought their first house, out of college. They lived in the city for a handful of years. Maybe they got married, started having kids. Now they want to move out, to either to the county or move out west more. And I just have noticed that more and more people seem to be kind of moving out of the city.
Yeah. I think so too. And people out there buying builder grade finishes and they kind of want to do it themselves, or they're like, like I said, I furnish. I have one tomorrow. Is today Wednesday?
Yes.
Tomorrow, a girl that bought her what is her dream home, right? And I get to I did her uncle's, so I get to help her with picking out the furniture and all that. So yeah, I love that area. There's a lot of, I think maybe too, there are a lot of good designers in St. Louis. There really are, but there's not a whole lot of us out there. And there's money out there, and there is people that need it, really.
Especially with all the new construction. That's pretty much where it's all at right now, is out that way. I mean, I feel like Wentzville's just tripled in size over the last.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Yeah. It's like and then the builders are putting them up, and they have fine finishes, but people want to do it up, a little.
I mean, that's what I did on mine. I built my house. Did all builder grade. We closed at 9 a.m. and by 5 p.m. we had everything ripped out of it.
That's what I'm saying. I also have a lot of clients in Newtown, so I would say my pockets are Innsbruck for sure, Newtown, St. Charles, and then, like I said, West are my heaviest pockets. But you said, I don't even know if I answered your question, but how do you keep the modern elements or whatever? I got to do the Whitaker's original house on Galt House Drive in Newtown this year. The Whitakers don't live there anymore, but it's the one on Galt House that has like the watchtower on top. I don't know if you are ever out there.
I'm not super familiar with it. I just know that it's a very unique area.
Yeah. So some of the houses in Newtown, the Galt House is is a really nice street. So that house was a French colonial with just a ton of wraparound porches, and so I was able to do some really cool French stuff inside. I've never been able to do that anymore. So definitely try to keep with the architecture of the home if I can and bring it inside.
Pretty cool.
Well, is there a project that you've done that that really sticks out in your mind? You're like, man, this one, this might be my favorite, or this one like really sticks out to me?
People ask me that. There's a couple that get a lot of attention. The ones I enjoy the most are the most bold transformations. I had a client that was out in Wentzville, and he said, do whatever you want with my master bedroom, him and his girlfriend at the time. And he's like, I just want to feel like a baller. It's his personality. I just want to feel like a baller, like just do it up. He had like a very good sized bedroom, but it was just all gray carpet, gray walls. Gray's been out forever. Well, honestly. Gray's out. So I was like, okay, here we go, Jake. We're going to put like dark all over. We're going to like saturate this, and we're going to even put it on your ceiling. He's like, I don't know. Okay. I trust you. Okay, fine. Because I had done a few of his families, and I put a big ass chandelier right in the middle of the room. And we picked out, our, furniture had it was like a faux leather on the front, faux white leather, huge platform, king bed with like furs and layered stuff. That was bomb, because for that, he wanted to feel like that. I was like, I can do it. And when I show people the before and after, they're like, no, that's not the same room. I'm like, oh, yes, it is. And I think that is also a compliment when they're like, there's no way. Some people get mean about it.
Really?
Yeah.
They think you're lying?
Yes, they think I'm lying. Yes. I had this guy ripping me apart on social media not too long ago. I'm like, you know what? I don't even have time for you. Like, I know why is this even a point of passion for you? Like, why are you even arguing with me? Yeah. So I would say those. And then I have another bedroom that was like, that doesn't look like the same, and a kitchen out in Newtown.
I was going to say kitchens, with the design and everything, like I feel like that would be pretty cool. The fun kitchens would be because there's so many things that you could do with it.
Yeah.
In a space.
Well, hers, I had helped her. A lot of people in Newtown, believe it or not, live in Newtown. Then they buy a nicer house in Newtown, and then they might even do that again. Really? It's like the weirdest thing. But she had lived on, I had helped her on Meeker Street where she lived. And then this one they had built, and they were I think in the Beach District. And so talk about builder grade. In her kitchen, she had carpet and like
in the kitchen?
Yeah, because all she had to do was pass inspection.
Oh, gotcha.
Huge kitchen, carpet, because she had to have flooring. It was the cheapest option with the builder. And sink base. So, of course, when I go in there, people are like, there's no way that's the same kitchen. I'm like, well, of course it is. It's the same kitchen. Look at the window line. Like, it's all the same. Yeah. So that was an amazing, amazing transformation. That was a couple years ago, though.
Awesome. What do you think? What is your favorite part about this job?
This line right here, and it comes in all forms, different forms, so it's like the same message. I knew it'd look good, but I didn't really knew it'd look that good, like that.
Gotcha.
That's my favorite.
That's awesome.
So right all the way, and then we got all the way to the end to get that, but that's my favorite. Or like you dreaming up a space I didn't even know I wanted. Yeah. It is cool.
I'm happy you love what you do.
I do.
It's just, I think it's just such an important piece of life is finding, because there's so many people out there that just hate what they do. Every single day they wake up and they're like,
I know.
Just dragging their feet, going
to work. It doesn't have to be that way.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. And I think there's just so many people. Probably, I saw a stat recently that was like 80% of people out there like don't like what they do for a living.
Wow.
And it's just like,
wow.
I think it was 80, something like that. It was some very high percentage. I was just like, wow, that's crazy to me. It's like, why are you doing that? I get it if that's the only way to pay your bills, but I'm sure you can find out a different way.
I would venture to say it's because it's the story they're telling themselves. It's all here. This is America. You know what I mean? Like, we can really kind of do whatever we want. I know there's a lot to that, but they probably either don't think they deserve it, or they don't feel like they can have a plan how, or they don't have the discipline to figure out how to make it work.
Well, also,
something.
I think too, it comes back to how they're raised.
100%.
Yes. Back, your parents, hey, go 40 hours a week, get this paycheck, put it into this, and then work for 40 years and retire. Like that was a thing. I was very fortunate that, my mom was in the business that I'm in now and was able to see the freedom that she had with what she was doing. And, my dad, he did the 40 hours a week. Well, not really. He was always fucking working. Cause he was working for US Steel. And for the longest time he was here in St. Louis. So he was having to get up at like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. So he could be on these calls and doing the logistics on the East Coast. And then he was working even later because he was having to deal with stuff on the West Coast. So, I saw that from both my parents, and I'm just like, I want to make sure I have that freedom to do what I want to do when I do. And that's the greatest thing I love about what I do is I have the freedom to do whatever I want, wherever I want, whenever I want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Comes a time though, man. Parents do it or not, generation or not, education is power. Educate yourself and take ownership of your own fucking life because it doesn't last forever.
Well, but
life is short.
Let's look at how schools work. You go to school, you go to elementary school, middle school, all that. They're all teaching the same shit. They're training you. They are
grooming.
Grooming, training you, grooming you to be a employee.
They are. I know.
They're not grooming. They're not teaching outside of the box thinking anymore.
And that's our job as parents to do that. Like my kid started a little pressure washing business this summer where he pressure washed out trash cans.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That.
Yeah. So like you ask him what he wants to do and he'll tell you. I won't tell you that he wants to work for Bank of America. I can tell you that much. And that's, some people excel in that and they love it. Yeah. So I'm not talking down on that or anything.
Oh, yeah. I'm not either. But
we need them. We need those people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we need it. But
we're talking to the people that hate where they're at and feel stuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of them out there.
Mm-hmm. Sad, but
it's just the reality we live in. But Gina, this has been great having you in here. Is there anything that we get to that you wanted to chat about?
Oh, felt very easy. Good combo.
Awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, well, we always end the show the same way every time. So before we get you out of here.
Yes.
Play a little game called the Tombstone game.
Oh boy. What do you want on your tombstone?
Here lies Gina. What's it say on your tombstone?
What does it say on my tombstone? Pepperoni and cheese, I guess. No. Oh man, I have no idea. That's a terrible question for me because I don't know if I can. What's on yours? And maybe I'll get inspired.
So well, if I do get married again, hopefully, loyal husband, dependable father, great friend, someone that could always be counted on and needed when reached out to.
Okay. Obviously, the mother family thing is a given. Probably somebody that saw beauty in everything and lived life to the fullest and was true to herself.
Love that.
It's perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Gina. This has been great.
Appreciate you coming
on.
Thank you to everybody at home that was watching or listening to this episode. If you could, click that subscribe button for us. That would help us out a ton. Pat and I have a goal to get to 500 subscribers on YouTube before the end of 2025. So help us hit that goal. Share this episode with a friend. Hit that like button as well. Comment what you thought below, and we will see you next time.